I've used all sorts of different kinds of drugs to excess multiple times throughout my life, you know, but heroin and meth are what brought me in. And I guess what led me here was I had the option to either pee clean in a cup or go back to prison. So I went to this triage thing in La Crosse. They told me about Chippewa Falls, the detox center, and like that's the only thing that took Badger care. And like all I had was Badger care, and I needed like to get out of where I lived to sober up. You know, I knew I wasn't gonna do it there. And so I called Chippewa, I scheduled a bed there. I didn't know how long they would keep you. You know, they said it depended, but it was only for like 4 days, but they offered to send me to treatment. And I told them no. I was like, listen, I'm just trying to pass a piss test. Like, I'm not trying to go to I'm not trying to go to treatment, you know. I'll call my kid, but I'll tell you what, I'll call my kid's mom and see what she says, you know. And I thought she'd want me to come home for sure, you know, help with the kids and stuff. And when I called her, she's like, no, you're good. She's like, go ahead, go. We got this. I was like, all right. So I went back and I told them that she said absolutely not, that I shouldn't go. And they said they understood. And the next day I had to leave. And they're like, check it out. They're like, listen, until you walk out this door, that option stands. And so I knew I had to go to court in Chippewa, and then I couldn't figure out a ride home. So I was like, well, shit, like I'll go to treatment at least from court, and then I can figure out a ride from here. And so I went to court, you know, I told them, I'm like, I'll go, you guys got it. So I showed up, went to court, took a cab from court here, showed up here, and I was just, you know, I was ready to go when I got here. You know, I didn't plan on staying. They started me on Suboxone while I was at detox, and I knew that to be on Suboxone, if I went back to La Crosse, I'd have to go to the methadone clinic, you know. Like, I knew as soon as I go to the methadone clinic, I'm gonna run into all the people I know and everybody, you know, everybody I know. And that kind of scared me. So I knew that I probably wasn't gonna last on the Suboxone. So when I got here, you know, I figured I would at least see if I could get my script, like, you know, filled for a month or something. And then I would take off. And I don't know, something just, while I was here, something clicked. You know, I just sucked at life. I yelled at this old woman who worked here. I still don't think I yelled at her. Did I talk aggressively? Absolutely, I definitely was aggressive. You know, my counselor pulled me in, he's like, dude, like, you yelled at this old lady. Like, you don't know her. That's somebody's mom and grandma that you're yelling at. He's like, dude, what'd you do if somebody did that to your mom or grandma? And I was like, I would have said, Mom, you probably deserved it, you know, shit. But he's like, dude, if you think this, he's like, I'm not joking, man. Like, if you can't say that you were wrong for yelling at this lady, like, you are hopeless. Like, you might as well fucking leave. Like, if you don't know that what you did was wrong, like, you're hopeless. Like, you just leave. And I was like, damn. I was like, okay. And he's like, you have to say it. He made me say it. He's like, say it. I was like, I'm wrong. And I was almost in tears because I had no remorse for that. I didn't feel bad at all. And it kind of struck me. I'm like, damn, I'm fucked up. Like, something's changed. Like, this isn't who I was, you know. Something had changed inside me, you know, over all the years of using that had warped me into this person who could yell at old ladies and not feel bad about it. But I knew that there's a better way to live. You know, I'd seen people in recovery turn their lives around. I'd seen people on drugs turn their life around. And the only atmosphere that I'd ever seen that happen was in a recovery atmosphere. I don't know anybody on drugs who's ever gotten sober except being a part of recovery activities. You know, I had to take care of my son, and I couldn't do it on drugs. I couldn't do it on meth. I don't ever want to see my son. I don't ever want my son to see me strung out. You know, I don't ever want him to see me on heroin. I guess this place gave me time to kind of process all that, process all these things that I didn't feel good about doing in my life. And so when I did get out of here, you know, I was in a better headspace. They helped me reconnect with people in recovery. They helped me reconnect with support groups. I got connected with a sponsor, and when I left, it made a huge difference. Having a job, being employed, having a place to live, having something to lose, you know, having something worth fighting for, staying sober for. And when I started out, I had a coffee pot and an air mattress for like the first month, you know, that I lived. Yeah, I walked through that field in the middle of fucking winter to work, and I found a place that was literally, it's right up the streets, like through those stoplights, like right through those stoplights, it's literally right there. So like I was just connected, you know, I could go to work, come to treatment, go home, and that's what I just did. I biked everywhere I went, and as my means grew, so did, you know, my ability to be a part of my son's life. And now I have custody, I have full custody of my son. Only you know when you're ready, you know, like nobody else can do this for you. Like when you're ready to make some changes in your life, like you know, and you might not be ready to, you might not even know that you're ready to make them. But I mean, if you're looking into going to treatment, you must know that there's something going on in your life that you need to make some changes. And if you don't know how to make those changes, getting into a place that helps you figure out you know, what changes are necessary is huge. And regardless of if you stay sober or not, the things that you learn while you're in treatment, like they don't go away. Like they teach you how to live life on life's terms. You know, lots of drug addicts are people who are just, you know, so emotional, you know, they can't just deal with life. It's just, it's too much. And like this place teaches you how to pull different tools in and use those tools to stay sober, to be able to deal with life on life's terms.